Hello and good morning, viewers. My name is Kyle Baynard again. Just wanted to go and talk to you briefly on one of the facts of multitasking. Now, this is going to be about self-recognition. Now, it's kind of hard to go and actually tell who you are, well, accept who you are if you don't know your own strengths and weaknesses. Now, if you could take the time to go list off 10 of your strengths and 10 of your weaknesses, do that whenever you get the chance. It'll actually show you what you're strongest in, and then what you're also weakest, obviously strengths and weaknesses. So put your 10 strongest things that you have on paper, and then 10 of your weakest things you have on the same paper. That's actually also listed as your pros and cons of who you are. Now, another thing is, are you proactive or are you inactive? Are you more of the helping out type, the one who wants to go and actually be part of a group, who wants to go and actually put the effort in to finish a project in school, or who wants to go and finish helping out somebody when it comes to being co-workers, trying to go and help out in a team effort? Or are you somebody who likes to stay back, who likes to go and actually hide, who likes to go and just be lazy, or not lazy, but somebody who likes to go and just maybe just hold off on actually doing anything that has to do with just being part of a team or just helping out whatsoever? Find out if you're proactive or inactive. Now, there's a thing called being extrovert or introvert. Those two ideas were summed up by a person named Carl Jung, an author of the Myers-Briggs albums or books. And with his idea about the extrovert or introvert, get a chance to look those up, but his idea on those was that attitude was the key effort, the key ingredient to how a person would be about when it comes to being more, I'm going to go and actually just talk to these people, I'm going to be more outgoing, I'm going to go and actually just see what's out there in the outside world of things. That's an extrovert. The introvert is actually just keeping yourself back, hiding. So being a hermit would be a perfect example of an introvert. What he would base that on was just attitude. Pure attitude. With how I'm going to see it, is that it's both attitude equally as it is just work. So being also proactive or inactive. If you have a good work effort, if you have a good, say for instance, if you have a good work effort, if you have a good feeling of life, if you love to go and just do what you can, I don't know, just if you have a good attitude and if you have a good work ethic, those two things together can be a great extrovert part of you, of me. If you like to hide yourself, if you like to be lazy, if you don't want to go and actually do anything with who you are or with others, that to me is a perfect introvert, because it shows that you don't care about anything, and it shows that you don't want to put in the work for anything. So, part with not caring, that shows to me that that is a perfect introvert. Now, the last thing that I want to cover for today with the self-recognition is making your weaknesses become your strengths. If you can make your weaknesses become your strengths, like I told you in the very beginning, evaluate your strengths, evaluate your weaknesses. List your strengths down, list your weaknesses down, check to see what your weaknesses are, try to see if you can actually put them into your strengths, fit them into your strengths category, so that way your weakest links of who you are, not so much of who you are, but I mean like of just what you do, just anything that you listed down, add them into your strengths. That way you don't have a weakness whatsoever. Your weaknesses will become your strengths. Your strengths will maintain being your strengths. And actually, one more thing too is posture. Posture will actually and a way to find your attitude through body language. If you have great posture, you can possibly have a great attitude, depending on how well your posture is. That is how I was raised. That is how I have seen. Well, that's how a lot of people that I know of have actually lived their lives. And I'm pretty sure that is how a lot of people in your lives have lived by as well. I thank you for taking the time to view this video, and I will talk to you soon.